Good afternoon, it's Tony Hayes from Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date the 9th of February 2022, and after a couple of days of doing other things, I'm back on the Cheshire case again, and today we're looking at movie 377, and it's one that's come in dated the 18th of July. Slowly but surely I'm catching up with this particular case. Those that are just joining us for the first time, this is a case we've had out of since May of 2020, so we're not that far off 2 years, which has shown some unusual phenomena as far as light anomalies, sounds, movement of objects, that type of thing. It's under 24-hour surveillance. It's literally dozens of cameras all over the place in the building. And it's predominantly 2 rooms on a smaller stairway, hallway area that are showing activity which is strange. Some of the light anomalies have been incredibly usual. I've never seen anything like them, and people have shown them too. I generally agree that something quite strange is occurring there. So we were concentrating, particularly last year, on dealing with issues within, it's far more important to deal with a family unit, a house that's giving or showing activity rather than dealing with the business premises, which is only really inhabited part-time, but certainly never at night. No one's living there. The repercussions that we got well and truly behind with the captures and footage, which is what we're trying to do now, because now the UK is coming out of lockdown. We need to get back into the building to investigate and do some further experiments. So that's what the plan is. So what we're doing at the moment, I'm just simply going through the dates. So we're now on the 18th of July, and the last date I dealt with was 17th, which is for some reason in the early hours the sensor light came on. This is like nearly 1:30 in the morning, and we've had these 4 strange lights, which is on movie 372. He's on almost a duplicate of the one that we dealt with some time before. So let's see where this one takes us. So this is coming up to 20 to 8 at night. So that's the 18th of July, which is a Sunday. Okay. Well, weekend, there's no one in there. It's a basic 9 to 5 business complex, Monday to Friday. People have gone in at the weekend, I've no doubt it, but with the multiple cameras that we've got installed in the building, this is the main office that we're looking at now. That's the camera that's on this next piece of footage we're looking at. That's camera 2, there's camera 1 there, there's camera 4 that's in the meeting room area. Into the hallway, there's another camera there. Move out the hallway, come through here, there's a stairway. We've now actually got a camera there now, as well as the empty room, camera on the kitchen surface and one on the window there, covering 360 degrees of both rooms. So that's where we're at with this. So let's get into this. I had a lesson before. I think we're dealing with this with a sound, if I remember. Right, okay. Let's have a listen our way through. Let me just make sure I've got the volume turned up. For those of you who are interested, I'm actually using a Rode microphone to do these reviews, which has an amplified stereo headphone output, so I'm actually turning it up. I'm quite loud now, so those who listen on maybe mobile phones and even laptop speakers, not the ideal. The best I always recommend when reviewing particular sound, obviously sound, you need over-the-ear headphones. You don't have to spend a fortune. I tend to use a number of Behringer HPS 5000. You can get them for £20-25 off eBay. Very good, right over the ear. It closes your ears and shuts the vast majority of the outside environment down. And I've used these particular headphones now for, I don't know, maybe 9 years, something like that. I'm used to them. When they wear out, just get myself a new set. Because the idea is to never interchange from manufacturers of headphones to headphones. You need as much of a baseline default with the headphones as possible. The reasons why I think I'm on either the third or fourth set pair of these headphones. So normally with the sound I'll be using some sort of audio workstation anyway, so there appears to be a bit of wind there, because that's moving. The window seat appear to be shut, because it's quite constant, that. Yeah, it's the blinds into the moving. That must be the card. Okay, I'm not going to show too much interest in that, because the event on these cameras will always come on at about 2.5 seconds there. So it's the sound, I think, that's triggered it, but then again it may be the ball. It's a hell of a coincidence that ball seems to have reacted to the I'm suspicious with these cat balls, to be honest. They are flat-edged. We did early days, because we've been out the kitchen for 2 years. These things were just recently coming into the paranormal world. So after the owner of the complex spoke to another team, they suggested placing these cat balls around everywhere, and they started to fly off, actually be almost potential of almost being thrown. You have to go back to the earlier ones, which is it's these cat balls being thrown about that brought us into the case in the first place. The other group just got out of the depth with it. So we took a great interest in these. It mainly became apparent when we tested these cat balls that they actually physically moved them for them to switch on. So why is it they're switching on when they're completely, absolutely static? So I'm suspicious with them, unless you can actually physically see them move. That's a different ball game. So the question is why would a cat ball show any sort of be interested by a ghost? And I think the longer this has gone on with these things, people are beginning to report their own experiences. So I'm no longer take these as seriously as maybe I did do, particularly if it flashes on and the ball has not moved, as what's happened here. The ball does not move. Yet it comes on. I wouldn't have thought that sensitive. Yeah, what we notice is when you push them with your finger, you can certainly see the things move before they start to flash. So why is it coming on, flashing without movement? Is there something wrong with these? So I think the general opinion is that there are false positives with these balls. But this is a little bit more interesting because the fact there's a sound, but it sounds rappy. And if this is between 800 and 1000 hertz, and I genuinely haven't looked at this at all, it is between 800 and 1000 hertz, that's more interesting. So, is it a coincidence that the bar lights up at the same time? Okay. I think the raps are what you get with a lot of the certainly with hauntings and together with poltergeist cases is when people report unfamiliar sounds, constant sounds, without finding any form of location where these come from. The sounds must be significant for some reason. Why is it that raps? This building is probably, I don't know, it's 1,000 plus, got to be now, in sheer amount of raps that we get from this building, and we've never been able to locate the place it's come from. Because if, for example, I dropped a coin on the floor, you immediately look down to the coin because the sound's travelling over the molecules, which then the ear picks up, and the receptors can tell you roughly where the direction comes from. This sort of sound, it appears to be different because when you hear the sound, for example, I'm in an empty room and I hear a rap sound. The only thing I can say, I'm either looking upwards towards the ceiling or I'm looking downwards towards the skirting board area. We've never been able to focus our eyes directly where we think where a sound will be coming from if it's done with rational reasons. So, and what we're finding is when we analyse this, the actual frequency, side frequency, the resonance which you would normally get with making a sound bounces off stuff, even something like that. Get it? That sound will be bouncing off this window ledge and gets picked back up on the microphone. We're not seeing that occurring. It's missing, which is suggestive that almost whatever's making a sound is almost like a soft glove type of effect. It seems to be cushioning and stopping these additional frequencies from escaping and bouncing back. That's the theory behind these anyway. So because then we've had numerous of these raps, and we've actually had it intelligently communicating, the old cliche of one yes for no, one for yes, and so on. 2 for no, 1 for yeah, or any order you want, as long as the instructions are given. So let's take a careful look. The reason why I spent a couple more minutes today on this is I noticed the subscribers have taken a bit of a jump, and I just wanted, rather than people coming and looking at a video and think, what on earth's going on here? They can, they've got a quick sort of appraisal of what's going on. At the end of the day, we're on movie 377. That's how many movies have been done just on this building, 377. Okay. The best I'm going to do is I will take a screenshot of that. Because what I always do, and this is a good one for any paranormal investigator, is record everything. Do little screenshots, little bits of information, and it helps people understand exactly what it is that you're dealing with when they go back to look at it later. And builds up a picture. Right, so let's look at this one. Let's put the loop on. Let's bring an analyzer in. Okay, I've got no amplification whatsoever. We can actually see it there, so we should be able to pick up the frequency without a problem. There we go. What did I say? 800 to 1000. Okay, that is a proper rap. So what we have got there is undoubtedly a rap. Those that have been watching the case carefully will see the sudden. Let me go back to get rid of that now. Because all this is about is just recording this actual event. Let's get back to. And what you tend to get, it looks like, such as this one, we've got a 50 to 150 big peak of bass frequency, that is some strange boom, and then there's a secondary reflection here, because bass frequency is the more powerful of all the frequencies. It contains the most signal. That bounces off walls and stuff and comes back, and that's the second one there. Then when if you look at others, maybe that one. Yeah, this one here is that's a similar one. Yeah, it seems to have had many there to actually show. But as you stay with the case, and hopefully you will do, you'll start to see a common event, which is these raps. We have nothing for a period of weeks. They all seem to be massive frequencies. So, for example, it might cover all the way through from, say, 50 hertz to about 5,000, 6,000 hertz. A massive spread of frequency is what you normally get. Then suddenly you get this other sound, and it's one peak of frequency with no size spread whatsoever. This has to be significant. The reason why, when I hear it, I generally know what a rap sounds like, because they're different. So anyway, that's that for today, for 377. Welcome the new subscribers. Hopefully you stay with us. We welcome any sort of comments, emails, Facebook messages, whatever. If you've got any thoughts, I'm certainly communicating with people with regard to this, because certainly I haven't got the answers for everything, and you may just be able to give us some pointers. So suggestions, opinions, thoughts are always welcome. Okay, speak to you soon, and see you on movie 378, 378, I should say. See you soon.